What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited because Charlotte Tilbury just launched her new Pillow Talk collection and it just arrived in the mail and I want to film with it right away. I want to get this video out. Let's just get started. Let's first start with the palette. This is the Pillow Talk Dreams palette and I've already had this for a month. There's a dedicated video on this palette on my channel already. I got this from a Ukrainian retailer before, sadly, the war broke out. And it already launched in some parts of Europe, so that's why I have this already in my collection. I didn't know what else was going to be launched during that time. I could have probably snagged up a highlighter before that, but I didn't. So I got the rest of the collection in front of me. I am going to speed through the palette a little bit, so you can look at the other video if you want to have a little bit more of an in-depth tutorial. I use all of the shades in that palette. I swatch and demo them. I compare it to Pillow Talk Original, so that video really still holds a lot of water. Please make sure to check out that video. I'll make sure to put it in the eye somewhere here, or you can check it out at the end of this video. I'll make sure to link it somewhere or make sure to pop it up in the screen so you can still see this palette review. I'm trying to do a lighter eye because I actually do have the Pillow Talk Lash Up Lashes, the newer one. This is in a new shade and I want to make sure that you guys can see the lashes and how it applies. So therefore I want to try to do a lighter, brighter eye look. I'm going to go in with that prime shade all over the lid. This palette is described as a 4-shade eyeshadow palette featuring metallic and matte shades of pearlescent rose gold, dusky rose, berry brown, and rosebud pink for a dialed up Pillow Talk look. I think in the first video I described this as a Pillow Talk Intense quad. This prime shade, by the way, is my favorite shade of this palette. And I feel like you can use this shade as a one and done. Like, can you imagine if I just put on some mascara and left the house like this? I think that's totally acceptable. It's also a great just shade. It just goes on forever. It's stunning. So now I want to go in with a, liner brush or more detailed brush. I'm going to go in with that second shade and just align a little bit and smoke it out. Let's blend it at the edges. I do want to go into that deeper matte shade a little bit. Define the outer corners even more. So you have the potential with this palette to create a really intense look, but this, how I'm doing it or how I'm applying it right now, is actually how I like to apply it for day-to-day use. And let's go in with that pop shade. Just keep it to the outer corner. This just ensures a very nice and blended look into that prime shade. I am gonna go in my Pillow Talk Original palette. I love this palette. It's probably one of my favorites. And what I wanna do is I wanna take the prime shade and I wanna highlight the inner corner of my eyes. I think Pillow Talk Dreams is a beautiful palette, but it doesn't really have a shade that I can use as an inner corner highlight. I think the prime shade is great all over the lids, but it's a little bit too dark for highlighting my inner corners and for highlighting my brow bone. And that is why I'm digging into my original Pillow Talk palette. In my initial review of this palette, I didn't do that. I just used the palette on its own and I did a much more smoky look. So again, really check out that video if you just want to see a dedicated video on this palette. Finally, I do want to go into this second enhanced shade. I think it's enhanced. And I just want to put it right on top, connecting all of the shadows together. This shade barely shows up on my skin tone unless I really build it up, but it's a great diffuser. Going back in with a more defined brush with that same enhanced shade of Pillow Talk Original. This is what we have so far. This is a stunning palette. If you didn't get your hands on it yet, you were waiting for a review, I personally say get it. I think the mattes are very easy to blend. I said this in my first review as well. I think the prime shade is honestly one of the best shades ever. I like the pop shade, but you don't need it. You definitely just need it for an extra pop. So next we have the new Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes in Dream Pop. There's 10 milliliters in here and I paid 29 euros and it has a 6-month shelf life just like any mascara. I am highly intimidated when it comes to this berry brown Pillow Talk mascara and I really debated not getting this because I feel like I'm not gonna get any use out of this. But the reality is, I'm a review channel. I'm sure that other people might feel the same way and they just want to see this tested out on someone else. I know that not all of you have a Charlotte Tilbury counter near you. So I figure I'll take a bullet. I don't know if I'll love it, but you know, it's also great to get out of our comfort zone. So let's start applying this mascara. This mascara should be long-lasting volume length with a weightless 24-hour vertical lift effect. There should be keratin in it. It should be lash lifting. Check out the description on the website. I personally, I love Charlotte Tilbury descriptions, but for a video, I feel like they're a little bit too long and I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to show you guys how the mascara works, what it looks like. So you've already seen the outside packaging, and this is the mascara. I think some of you have probably seen the component already, but it is a heavy component, very heavy. And of course has the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk logo on here. It has that classic rose gold top. It looks like they're lipsticks, and if you open it up, you get the, I think this is the same wand as the Pillow Talk original wand. So a very skinny wand with, of course, that berry color. I think it's best because it's lifting to try to lift my lashes a little bit and see if it holds. I think I've tried the Pillow Talk mascara before, and from my memory, I didn't like the formula, or maybe I didn't like the wand. I like Legendary Lashes a lot, but let's see what this one entails. I'm very interested. And let's apply. Let's do the bottom lashes as well. It doesn't give as much pigment as I thought. That's number one. When I saw the model, I was a little bit intimidated because the model looked like she had like full-blown berry lashes. I see my lashes just straightening out, so it's not holding my curl. And I think I had the same problem with original Pillow Talk mascara. I have a feeling that my reflex memory, or just my, you know, subconscious is telling me, remember why you didn't like original Pillow Talk mascara. Anyway, let's continue on with the second eye. I like you guys zoomed in like this, so let's do this also with the highlighter. I got one of the highlighters and I'm super excited. I got the Pillow Talk Romance Light Highlighter. Now, of course, let's first showcase the packaging. My mom always laughs at me when I showcase packaging like this. She always pretends to be me with every product. And then she's like, am I you, Charlotte Tilbury? Now, this packaging, I think you guys have seen something like this before. During the holidays, the Celestial Pearl quad came out together with another quad. I think it's called Cosmic Pearl. And that one also holds that same kind of packaging, marble style. But as you can see, the Celestial Pearl quad, the outside component is more of a stark white, whereas the highlighter has this rose quality to it. Very Pillow Talk-esque, very on brand. Also, can I just say how beautiful is this as a set? When you open up the highlighter, you get one of these plastic covers. I took it off, and then you see this stunning beauty. So in case you were wondering, this multi-glow you can get in two colors. I got the lightest color, I got Romance Light, and I paid 39 euros for it. It has a net weight of 7 grams or 0.24 ounces and has a 24 month shelf life. It's made in Italy, and some of the key claims are it's a limited edition Pillow Talk Cool Toned Nude Pink Highlighter. Camera doesn't do this justice, but you do see some glitter flakes when you see this highlighter in the sun. This is if you use all the colors together. Unfortunately, because I did that, the white got dirty, and everything in me hates that. And I'm gonna go into the first two shades and highlight. This is a beaming highlight, guys. You definitely see the reflect. There is some little glitter particles in them. On the other side, I'll go into the final two shades. And the final two shades create a much deeper pink shift to it. I personally, on my skin tone, think this is a little bit too deep, and I would prefer these two colors together. So I'm gonna try to diffuse this side a little bit because it's looking more like a blush. And I'm gonna go into all of the colors. Let's use all of the colors and put that a little bit on my nose. And I should have just reserved my inner corner for this highlighter. I like dragging my highlighter all the way up here. Ooh, my nose. Okay, it's a strong highlight. It's beaming, it's beautiful. I think it's wearable, but still pillow talk. I think it's a beautiful highlight. You can get the highlighter together with one of the beauty wands. You can choose which highlighter and beauty wand combination to get a little bit of a discount. I did decide to get the Beauty Light Wand in Pillow Talk. I've been eyeballing this one for a hot second, and I haven't used it yet. So I know you have to twist it on, and then I guess you just squeeze out the component. Put that next to the original highlighter. So this is the Multi-Glow highlighter if you use all the colors together. And this is the Pillow Talk wand. And as you can see, they have a very similar effect. So a very similar color story. This seems incredibly beaming. Of course, this is a cream. I am gonna still use this. I know that this is a re-promote, but I want to still use this underneath. I didn't want to muddle up the newer highlighter. I wanted to demo the newer highlighter. I thought that was much more important than demoing a re-promote, but nonetheless, let's also put this on the cheeks. I'm already glowing and highlighted. Very stunning. I'll probably use this a little bit more down the road when I maybe do a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. So I put my lashes on, my eyes are on, my cheeks are highlighted. I did get one of these Pillow Talk lip and cheek glows. These are also a re-promote. And I got the shade Color Dreams. This has an 18-month shelf life. It costs 39 euros. Comes in this beautiful packaging. And this is a very sheer, balmy type of texture. Now, of course, some of you might think, why the hell did you put on your highlighter before you put on your blush? Yeah, I don't know. I think I was just super excited about the highlighter and I really wanted to apply it. But I'm not a makeup artist, guys. I just like trying new makeup. I love Charlotte Tilbury, and I can't wait to put some of this on my face. This is an interesting product. It does dry down, so that's really good. This is a warm rosebud pink cream blush and lip tint for a radiant, fresh blush and glow. A little bit on the nose. I want to put it on my lips as well. So I do have the Pillow Talk liner. This is the Pillow Talk Lip Cheat. And yes, it's this small because I've used it a lot. Okay, so I lined my lips in Pillow Talk Lip Cheat. And let's put this on the lips. Okay, so I zoomed you guys out so you can see the final look in its full glory, not so in your face. And let's talk about some of the products. Let's first talk about the palette. I did my swatches on this side, so I can talk a little bit about the palette. I think, and I said this in the video before, but I think this is a stunning palette. The mattes, they blend beautifully. It's very intense. There is a bit of fallout, so you need to tap off. And even then, sometimes I can get a little bit of fallout underneath my eyes. I like to do my base before I like to apply this as an eyeshadow palette. And that's how I would recommend using this palette. It's supposedly the same as the Fire Rose palette. I don't have the Fire Rose palette. I did order the Darling palette. Unfortunately, it's not in the mail just yet. I got it on a sale on Cult Beauty, so it's taking a while. And some of you have some questions regarding the Darling palette. If you want to see my comparison swatches, you can go to my community tab or my Instagram. You can see some of the comparison swatches that I did with the Natasha Denona Mini Biba palette, for example, the Venus and Fleurs Pat McGrath palette, and some of the other ones in my collection. And I will at some point add the Darling palette in my swatch compilation as well. I think this is a palette that will suit many skin tones, because even if you want to have a brighter look like I did right now, I think it's a stunning palette, easy to work with, very easy in sense of, like, Charlotte Tilbury always does that, right? She always comes out with really pretty color stories. And what sets this one apart is, yes, it's Pillow Talk, but it's definitely in a Pillow Talk Intense, and the formulation is beautiful. This prime shade, chef's kiss, guys. This prime shade is everything. I feel it overshadows the Super Pop shade, which I originally didn't thought was gonna happen, but using this prime shade all over and just deepening out the outer corners with these two colors, I feel like you can get a really beautiful look out of this. I feel sophisticated, not too over the top, whereas the first time around I definitely did a bold, smoky look. The second product that I tried is the Pillow Talk Multi Glow Highlighter. First off, the swatches, they look beautiful. I like that it's sort of set out this way, so you can gear your highlighter towards the lighter part or the darker part, and that way I feel like there is some more versatility with it. I think that the swatches show that the shadows are really set apart. So there's, for example, a huge difference between the first color, the last color, and everything in between. So you can really think about what you're going to do and what you want to put on your face. You can swish your brush around as well to make one beautiful Pillow Talk color. I think it's nearly the same as the Beauty Light One Pillow Talk color. So that is a really interesting thing, right? So if you swish all this together, you get a very similar color to this one. So it's depending on what you like as a consumer. Do you like the cream highlighters, or do you like highlighters like this? I also think we have to mention the packaging when we're talking about this highlighter, because yes, it's 39 euros, but this packaging, it's stunning. I'm a luxury beauty fanatic. I'm a huge fan of luxury beauty, and I do personally look at packaging, because when I pick up makeup, I want to be excited. I want to get, you know, that feeling of, oh my god, I have such a beautiful product in my hand, and this gives me that. And I think it looks stunning on the cheeks. The glitter reflect is very minimal, so you don't feel like you're just wearing chunky glitter on your face. Now let's talk about the mascara. I almost forgot about the mascara because here's the thing. It is much less intimidating wearing it now than I would imagine. I actually think that if you had blonde hair, I would love to see this on someone that has blonde lashes, because I think it would look really nice. I can imagine that if black is a little bit too intense for you when it comes to mascara, you might really want to look into a color like this and see if it looks a little bit less intense, get more of a fair look to your makeup look. I think, one, the component, very heavy, very nice. Two, the application, I'm not a huge fan of this type of wand. I find it difficult to apply and coat my lashes. I also think that the formula kind of made my lashes just wow. So my lashes tend to want to be straight. They're actually quite long. They're not, I don't really have full lashes, but what I have, they're quite lengthy, but they are always straight. So I like to curl them, and I like to keep my curl up high. These don't tend to do that, but color-wise, I like to use this more. I'll tell you the truth. I was intimidated, but I think it looks nice. Do I recommend it? If you liked the Pillow Talk formula beforehand, if you like this type of wand and you want to get out of your comfort zone, then you should get it. I don't think it's a must-have if you ask me, but yeah, that's just me. Of course, the two re-promotes I'm keeping for last. This is the first time that I'm using one of these. I like these type of balms. I also like that this had a bit of a dry down. It doesn't feel like it's going to be sticking to my hairs or anything. And I think it actually looks really great on the lips. I don't know if this is the formula that I want to use on the lips only. I actually have a few other Pillow Talk formulas that I love. I don't think it's bad on the lips. I think if you're a minimalist or someone that wants quick and easy beauty and you like the Charlotte Tilbury-esque look, this is great. I've seen some reviews that people say it's not long lasting, and I'll put a comment down below if the blush didn't last on my cheeks. Then for the last re-promote is this Beauty Light Wand. If you like the light wand formulations that she has, so you have like Spotlight or any of the other ones, Pinkgasm, Peachgasm, this color story is right up my alley. So I know I'm gonna get a good amount of use out of this. And I have been eyeballing this for a while, so personally, I think it's worth to invest your money in one of these Beauty Light wands. They're a TikTok sensation. That's what you care about. I say that even with my Gen Z hairstyle. Like when I did this morning, I was like, oh, I feel so Gen Z. And then I found a gray hair. So I was like, okay, I might not do that again. I'm not going to pull out my gray hair. I want to be like Michelle Wong at some point. She has such beautiful, like silver fox, like gray hair. I have goals, guys. I have goals. Charlotte Tilbury is one of my favorite brands. I have a playlist on my channel where I feature all my Charlotte Tilbury videos. If you like Charlotte Tilbury content, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you liked anything about this video, please make sure to like, because then I know, it gives me feedback. I'm like, okay, I'll do more videos like this. Feedback is always good. You can also comment down below if you have any questions regarding these products or even criticism. I'm open to all, and I reply to everyone the best way that I can. I like to do long replies. I'm still a small channel, so I know I can still take the time to just talk to everyone individually. So take advantage of that. You have any questions, please make sure to comment down below. Happy to answer any of your questions. Also, do I look a little bit like Rudolph with this highlighter? Okay, anyway guys, let's end the video here and let me start editing this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye!